Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show with your hosts LeeSilber and Ellen Goodwin. This podcast is short, fun, and jam-packed with good ideas that you can start using right away. And here's your hosts, Lee and Ellen.
Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show. I'm your host, Ellen Goodwin, along with my host,
LeeSilber.
Wow, that sounded very automated.
It was. I know. It's a topic.
Oh, the topic is automation.
Yes.
And how we can use automation to be more efficient.
Yes.
Share with us.
Well, they dragged me kicking and screaming into IA and into automation and technology because I buy the most streamlined, simplest things. The coffee maker, I still had to turn it on in the old days, and I still did my books by hand, my bookkeeping, yada, yada, yada. But I've realized that I could save time and be more efficient if I use automation. Like the coffee just comes on. It's genius.
You could set the timer.
I know. Well,
dude.
I mean, that's just one example of every morning of not having to sit there because I will futz around while I'm waiting for it to brew. Mm-hmm. Whereas now it's ready and I just walk right down and start working. So, anything that can make your life easier.
Right.
As long as the automation doesn't make it harder. Some things, it took me 5 hours to set that coffee maker. It kept blinking 0. I don't know why. I want my coffee. But, those are one example. That's one example of how automation has simplified, streamlined, and saved time.
Yeah. One of the things I always teach is, if you want to make progress towards your goals and be productive is a lot of times you need to track your progress. And, people don't want to do that. Nobody wants to sit down with a piece of paper and okay, I did it today. I did, this is what I did. So let's say you're working out and you're trying to get healthier, get a workout habit. Get a fitness timer, get a Fitbit, get a Apple Watch, get whatever. And at the end of the week, you get a full layout of what you did. That's efficient. It's taking care of it. You just sync it up every once in a while. Make it as efficient as you can. Yeah, you don't have to get a little notebook out and go, yes, I walked 3 miles. Yes, I did this. I did that. Boom. Let technology take care of it for you.
And it sometimes is true where setting things up takes time and you wonder, is this really worth it? So you have to amortize it out. It might not pay off in the first few days, but if you stick with it over time, it is worthwhile to set things to automatically do this, to print out a report on demand instead of you having to add up all the numbers and things like that. So but I also, because I'm caught in between, really on the cusp of being a baby boomer and a Gen X. And if we go to baby boomers and earlier, meaning the traditionalists or the oldest generation, of course, the old way is the easier way. And I would just use the phone as an example. I think every generation now has some sort of phone. Maybe some have a flip phone, whatever. But most have a smartphone. Right. That smartphone can do so much more than it's like our brain. We use 10% of its capabilities.
Oh, most definitely.
I encourage people, when you're bored, when you just have some downtime and you have your phone, instead of searching for, dancing cats, which are fine. And who doesn't love a dancing cat?
No judging.
Look, just fiddle around and see what other things in there you can use that might make your life a little easier and a little faster, and maybe even automate some things that you do manually.
Oh, yeah. I think one of the greatest things, and I've told lots of clients to do this, I always run into people, they're like, I want to write a book, but I just don't have time. Your phone has a recording mechanism on there, and you can just dictate your book. And then you just upload it. There it is on your computer. You make the changes. Is it perfect? No. Is it 90% perfect? Yes. So, that excuse is gone. You've automated. You're sitting in traffic. Boom. Pull your phone out, or, you're not supposed to touch it. So, have it set up so you can just use Siri or whatever the other one is on Android phones and just say, go to this, and you just start dictating.
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend that he likes to post something every day on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. He did them all at once and then automatically posts one a day on each of those sites. Meaning he doesn't have to every day remember
to sit down and do
it. It just automatically does it. And when he had the time, he recorded or wrote down a whole bunch. I have to admit, I watched my wife speak her text while I'm still a
Oh, I speak
hunt
them?
and pecker. And then I realized that is so much more efficient. Even though it's not perfect and you might have to go back and fix a word.
You know what? The first time I saw someone do that, like my mind was blown. And I'm like, I love it. Although, do you know the problem with it is you have to also say your punctuation.
So what? It makes you
But I do that. I did that.
question mark?
Here's a little honest point. I had to leave a voicemail for someone, and I said, period.
You're my best friend. Question mark? Yeah,
I
get it.
seriously did the punctuation, and I cracked up because I'm so used to doing it. Other things you could do is you set alarms. I do it when you park your
You mean
car.
a timer?
No,
Oh.
it's even better than that. When I park my car and I pay at a meter,
Mhm.
I just, hey, Siri, set a timer for however many minutes it's in there so that, it goes off and I know that my meter needs to be fed or I need to move.
Speaking of that, if I had unlimited funds, which I don't, I would just automate all my payments, all my auto reloads. So at Starbucks, it just puts money back on without me even having to worry about it. I don't care.
I bet they do that.
Oh, they do that, but
No.
I just don't do that because I'm afraid. Do I? Do I have enough? Question mark.
So, automate your life wherever you can to make it efficient. Don't become an automaton because we all still need that human touch, but you can become efficient by automating parts of your life. Look into what you can do. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back again next week with another episode of the Faster, Easier, Better show.